my people though. The homie Dyke just cooked up a feast and we bout to eat it, bro. Fucked around and has to mix the lobster with the poutine. Daddy is rolling blue dream, them boys got down a routine. It's Naptown culture, cooking 7 courses. Had to pass the torch and now I'm grabbing second portion. So sit back, relax, grab a drink and a smoke. It's Harder Brunch on the way and get prepared for the jokes. Whoa.
Hi, and welcome to the Harder Brunch Podcast. I'm your host, Dyke Michaels. With me, as always, my co-host, Thaddaeus Mckee.
Slap it, pap it, wank, wank.
On the ones and twos, the wheels of steel, the sauce boss of Indianapolis, and the last broke dragon. Give it up for Zach Roan, everybody.
Hee-haw.
Oh, we didn't tell Peter about the
train
train whistle.
The whistle. That did kind of...
There's a train whistle on the. We need you to blow.
That's the other part of the job.
We need you to blow that.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Now we can start.
Well, is the camera on us or is it on them?
I don't know. It's pretty distracting being up there, isn't it?
No, it's them.
This is going to be a problem.
Okay.
No, it's you.
It's not about me.
Wait, is the one with the box the...
Oh, God.
That's what I was curious about.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because the whole intro would have been on the Tubbles, which is nice.
No, the intro is a
We're
video
okay
that
with
we
that.
put over time. What are we doing right now?
That's fine with us.
Well, I'm just trying to save us from ruining
From
the
having a
whole
good episode? You're definitely doing that.
I want to ruin the episode right from the beginning.
Up from here.
Two very special guests with us in studio for the first time ever. Sliv
Yeah.
and Gwyneth Tubbles.
Tubbles! We're here, and we're excited to be here.
International pop sensation. You guys both performed at Harder Brunch Adult Summer Camp last year,
Yes.
which was amazing. And this is the first time we had you in studio, and I feel like I have a year's backlog worth of questions I want to break down, because we've talked about summer camp ad nauseum around here, but I'd love to hear about your experience there, and then to hear your guys' origin stories and all that.
Yeah, we loved summer camp. I feel like that was probably our largest captive audience. Yeah. So we appreciate that.
They were captive.
Leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, held
They
captive.
couldn't leave. Yeah.
Well, that's what a captive audience is. You
Yeah.
can't leave.
I feel like a lot of them did leave, though,
Wow.
during the performance. After they finished eating.
Why do you think that was?
They finished eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the problem with tying performances to meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cafeteria performance.
No, when do you think? When and where do you think the preferred performance would have been?
Stage. Yeah.
Stage.
Yeah.
Like
We
at
do-
night,
I think
early, middle of the day.
Best on stage. I think it's any time of day. Yeah.
If there was a stage in the cafeteria, would that have made a difference?
No.
There was a giant crucifix is what there was.
Yeah, and I think that helped us. Yeah, I think it gave us inspiration.
Well, you kind of incorporated it into the lyrics a little bit.
We had to address the elephant in the room. Yeah. Jesus. Jesus is always the elephant.
I think that's where that saying "you have to address the Jesus in the room" comes from.
Yeah.
To believe it's
Yeah.
The elephant named Jesus.
the elephant named Jesus.
Jesus.
He's yeah.
Well.
And then, did you?
I was trying to yes, Sam.
Did you know? So I noticed. I feel like people were. Here's the thing: if you haven't seen the Tubbles perform, it's just Tubbles. I always try not to say the right. It's not the Tubbles.
Right. But we are the Tubbles.
You are the Tubbles.
As a family.
Yeah, but the band is just Tubbles. So if you've never seen Tubbles perform before, I can only say that it has to be experienced, right? I don't know the words to properly describe it.
I didn't. So Dyke has been trying to incorporate Tubbles into what we do for a while. And I feel like summer camp was the first time that it really, and I trust his judgment on a lot of things. And that was the first time. And he's right. You do have to see it live, I think, to really understand it. But it blew me away. Like the cafeteria, I mean, I think you guys did a great job. It seemed like the perfect performance to me because everybody came in from probably one of the most punishing days outside, and they were just sitting down for a little relief at dinner, and then
And I think just the fact that we started the show off, we started the summer.
We're the
camp
first
off.
act.
Yeah. So, which I
That
think
was shocking.
it was.
Yeah.
I feel like but here's the thing: the other side of the coin is, I feel like we hit people with a lot of like nobody was expecting to walk as much as they had to like
No.
go up hills. No one was expecting it to be the hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one was expecting Tubbles.
And I
Right.
think no one was expecting. People didn't know what exactly to expect from the camp itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was like again, this is at the very beginning stages.
Yeah.
Or
It was new to everyone.
hot gravy for dinner, which is
Hot
also
gravy.
That was a
And
questionable choice.
Leading up to that, the only sustenance was beers.
That's also
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
Cantina open.
wow.
Cantina open.
Cantina was wide open with only beer
Yeah,
off.
like this is what we paid for.
We still.
I mean,
we
it
still
was
don't
great.
mind.
So the first 5 hours of camp is all avant-garde. Just kind of figure it out.
You
Yeah.
got to take them really low, and that way, the next day, the camaraderie that was built over that first
hold on,
day.
you're skipping over the
We're all surviving.
torrential downpour that happened.
Yeah.
Were you in cabins or were you in
We were in
tents?
tents.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
you
was in that
experienced.
Yeah. Gwent was in a hammock.
The whole time? No way.
Gwent always ends up crawling into someone else's tent.
What?
The
God.
hammock never works.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my ass was getting wet.
Yeah, why? It never works, and you always bring it.
It always works
Up until
until it doesn't, but
Until
it's
it
worth it.
I thought you were still talking about her ass. I was gonna be like,
Up
you
until
always bring it. Never works. I talked to a couple who, because we did the walking tacos, like the midday snack.
yes. That
And
was
they
good.
came late to that, and they were like, "Is there any walking tacos left?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Here, they're like, "We didn't get any breakfast," and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" They're like, "We just slept in. Our tent was so flooded last night, and it was just storming, and it just sounded like they didn't go to sleep until like the sun came up, and then they missed all of breakfast and somehow all of lunch."
It is
Yeah.
funny when you tell adults that they have to you got to get here within a half an hour. You don't get breakfast.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like as
Some people
responsible
miss.
as that group should be. Like
Oh,
yeah,
we were sure to make it happen.
Well, I knew this was going to happen because people like to sleep in.
Yeah.
People stayed up
The
till
rave.
3
You're
o'clock.
giving them beer all day.
Right.
I'm like, okay, now you have to be up early the next day.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
but Dad was walking around and telling everyone to drink responsibly. I mean, I feel
Oh,
like
I'm not-
he was
yeah.
doing that
Yes, of course.
most of the weekend.
Of course.
Well, I created a beer name called Responsibly. Like, why don't you guys try this beer
mine.
responsibly? Drink responsibly.
Delicious.
Clever.
Speaking about drinking responsibly, Hoosiers.
Whoa.
You guys heard of them? Have you seen that movie? Spoiler alert, I think they do win. I don't think I've made it to the end of that movie. But speaking of winning in Hoosiers and Indiana, Upland. Upland has made a delicious beer called Hoosiers. This beer will change your life.
It's also the first and only ever officially licensed beer of the IU Athletic Club
Whoa.
to Upland Brewery.
If you're wanting to make a couple extra baskets, Hoosiers. Right?
Yeah.
I got the face, Zach. I got the face on. I said the one actual right thing.
that was the most boring part.
Oh, I thought it was cool. It was like IU. Look, if you're an IU fan, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Like if you're not an IU fan, I guess.
Are you guys looking to get sponsored?
By who?
We
No,
are sponsored.
we
Those
are
our
sponsored. Those are real
Oh
ads.
my gosh.
You're inside
You would
the
think-
ad right
you
now.
would think we were
it
saying
was gonna be
fake
I feel
ads.
like I'm on
yeah.
like the Truman Show.
yeah. You would think.
She's like, this possibly is not real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what our sponsors say
That
sometimes.
is congratulations.
Thank. Look at the fridge over there.
Oh, my
Not
God.
everybody
Why do you
has.
think we're always offering people Upland
yeah,
beer?
not everybody has 48 beers in their
I
house.
thought you really
6
liked
Upland
it.
boxes.
yeah.
We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your show.
Oh, our radio show?
Yeah.
It's
Or
called-
what were you looking for sponsors for? Just
well,
in
just
life?
us in general.
just as human beings.
just, like for food.
It's called Tubbles Radio Hour.
Okay.
Yes.
And
It's on
we air
99.1 WQRT
LP Indianapolis.
Whoa, you guys got good radio.
That was
voice there.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
Tune in next time for some catchy tunes
We don't
and
know-
some silly talks.
Yes. And then we're going to play some music.
I know.
They let us do whatever we want.
what time is this?
We can't. There's no
Um,
hoaxes. We can't do.
We're not allowed to do
hoaxes,
hoaxes on the radio. That's a big
which is
rule.
really
Oh,
hard.
It's
yeah.
hard for us.
Wait, what's a hoax?
Yeah. What classifies as a hoax?
Fake.
Like saying the mayor died or something.
Like a ritual?
Like, like the famous one would be the War of the Worlds.
Oh, that was my
Fake.
favorite one.
Yeah. That's a big no-no.
People
Because
died.
Yeah. Idiots.
We also can't tell people to like buy something or like vote.
Speaking of hoax, that internet phone,
Who is it?
Clay wanted to give us a call right during the episode. We had a caller. We should have just taken a caller.
Hi, you're on the Harder Brunch Podcast. You're on the Tubbles chat line.
That would have been perfect.
We do have a chat line on our Tubbles Radio Hour where we give advice.
Yes.
Really?
So do you guys have any questions
Oh, I
or
definitely do.
things that you need advice on?
Yeah. Wait. Is this? Do you guys? Do you plan this ahead? Like, do you record ahead of time or is it a live
We
show?
record ahead of time.
And what time does it air?
Friday is kind of around 6 or 7, maybe. We haven't made a new episode in a while.
Yeah. We've been doing it a year and we have 2 episodes.
It takes a long time for us.
Okay. Well, but then it's
Does it just play those 2 episodes like
They do
alternating?
rerun
They
it.
do rerun it sometimes.
That's nice.
Yeah.
and when
nice.
when are you planning maybe the 3rd episode? Do you think?
We've been planning it for a while
I
now.
believe
We
it,
could
yeah.
get
But we're
that.
going to get back to it. We've
Yeah.
got a lot going on. You know,
Well-
we've just been so busy on tour.
How big
Yeah.
of a block is it?
And we have an album coming out, too, so that's another thing.
What's the album called?
3
fingers and a hip bone.
3 Fingers and what is the? Is it just coming out like streaming or
On tape.
on cassette tape?
Yeah.
We'll put it on
That's
Spotify.
what we could get.
What's a hip bone?
A hip bone.
Oh, a hip bone.
Yeah.
I thought you said HIT.
No, a hip bone.
A hip bone. 3 fingers. And where's that inspired? Where's that
Our
coming
bodies.
Yeah.
Because you do have 3 fingers. Each of you. I did check. And both of you guys have hip bones.
Yeah, we didn't do our
That's
normal
why.
finger check that we do at the beginning of every brunch. Make sure that there's the proper amount of fingers. We
Fingers
got in
and
trouble
toes.
for that. It was really bad.
We
There
usually
was-
go Upland Fingers or Upland Beer finger check.
Upload your finger check.
Yeah, they said to stop saying that. They said to cease and desist.
We should just talk about IU, please. Whatever you do. Stop saying finger check.
Sorry, factory workers. You can't eat here.
I did a swamp boat tour when last time I was in Louisiana, where you go like see the gators and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Was it like an airboat?
Yeah, it was like a fan boat, and our guy was missing a
Big
lot
fan.
of he was missing a lot of body parts.
Oh.
And then like all of a sudden you just see these like swarms of alligators come up and like, are we okay? And he'd be like, no problem.
We only have these 3
Yeah.
fingers, so then he was always doing
He's always saying it's okay. He's like, run! Run! He's like,
Such a similar story.
Yeah.
Yes. My relatives were on a gator tour and being led by a man with only a few fingers.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was the same guy. Probably not.
I think it's probably occupational hazard.
There might be a number of.
You think it's that, or do you think they hire people with less limbs because there's less for the alligators to bite? It's
That's a
a little
good
more streamlined.
You know what the preferred alligator treat is that the alligators love?
I don't.
Marshmallows.
That can't be true.
They love marshmallows.
Why?
I
Is it a
mean,
lot
it's
like
sugar. I don't know.
It's
but
got bones in it.
yeah, they'll come
Bone
up.
sugar.
They'll
It
come
does.
up and they will. They feed them like those giant marshmallows. They'll throw a couple out and they just keep it moving.
Are you sure they're not just feeding marshmallows to alligators because that's cheap?
Well,
And then they would do popcorn.
yeah, because marshmallows wasn't always alligator's favorite treat.
It could have.
For thousands of years.
it happened naturally through evolution. It was science.
Amazing.
Did you have a question for the Tubbles?
Yeah, it was going to be a bad one.
I think you should say it though.
Mine was for dating advice at movies and I'm just going to say for a man who has gas problems.
Okay.
When I say gas problems, a lot of gas, a lot of smell. Okay. And when I'm talking about smells, I'm not saying good smells either.
Yeah.
Is it appropriate to bring Febreze, or is there a way to hide it? I've heard dryer sheets in the pants,
Potpourri.
in the pants.
Potpourri. Yeah. I don't see why that
If
wouldn't
you
work.
burn anything,
I don't think you're allowed to start a fire
In the movie theater?
Well,
I
gas.
like the burning
I mean, you could-
option because I feel like whenever
Yeah.
you spray Febreze, that says I'm covering something up.
Yeah.
Like if I smell Febreze, my brain starts making up a
Yeah.
smell.
And it's so much worse to smell a stinky underneath a good. It's like I'd
yeah.
rather just
It
smell a
taints the
stink.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so
Oh,
right.
so
Like
you're
in high
saying
school-
go full stink.
Honestly, maybe.
Yeah, it's a filter.
I think you should bring a little stick of Palo Alto. What are those things called? Palto.
I don't know.
But the stick, the wood sticks that people burn.
Oh, yeah. Patchouli?
Like some cinnamon.
A cinnamon stick.
Just bring a jar of chicken fat. Rub it on
Burn
yourself.
it. Chicken fat. Yeah.
That's the
Who's
chicken fat.
cooking?
Chicken fat or sticks.
Sticks. So yeah,
stick.
probably do sticks. Might be
Yeah,
easier
bring
to
a stick
in.
and burn it. That's what I think.
Okay.
But what about the sound?
Set a fire in the theater.
I learned with the sound, if I stand up, it doesn't make as
Cough.
So just quickly
Cough.
Oh, we're not even
music.
we're not even pretending this is someone else. You're saying this is your problem.
I didn't say it was my problem.
Yeah. You said I stand up.
Wait, I'm gonna make
what
a
are you
fart
eating
noise.
before you go?
I'm
Like,
gonna make a fart noise.
Okay.
Okay, you should make a.
Okay, I'll try to
another
cover
noise.
it up.
Okay, ready?
Did you hear that?
Barely.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that was a burp."
I was like, for a second, I thought someone started to fart, but then I was like, oh, they're just clearing their throat.
Yeah.
My bad. That's my bad.
The old bottom burps Mckee is what they used to call me.
So, what can we expect from this album?
We're thinking house music with some meditative undertones.
Deep house.
How deep does house go?
You know?
Will this be a departure from what I can only call traditional Tubbles music, or is this?
We try not to hold on to tradition.
Yeah.
Because I do have a favorite song.
Which one is that?
I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's the one in the Bad Night in the mental.
Oh,
ward.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Bad Day in the Hospital?
Yeah,
Bad
Bad
Day
Day
in
in
the
the
Hospital is my
Yeah.
favorite, too.
I like
Yeah,
that one.
that one's pretty good. It usually people break out into moshing when that happens.
So the first time we saw you, we were at an event at the Tube Space.
Yes.
The Tube Space,
That was a big deal for us.
That was a really big deal.
and it was it jazz mainly? I feel like, or no, wait, I think I've been to a couple events there. There was a lot of different kinds of bands.
It was
Yeah.
quite an amalgamation.
And then I remember when
word.
when your performance began, I feel like a lot of people ran up to watch it. I was like, oh, there's something going on. And you guys were dressed, you had your stage clothes on, very dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
And
Our presentation is a big part of our performance.
definitely. And I'd never seen anything like that. I had never seen anything quite. I don't think to this day I've seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we got to figure out a way to get them to perform at summer camp or something.
Thank you. And we thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah. It was great.
I will say people have a lot of emotions when they watch you perform.
Yes.
The first time I watched you perform was at that place, the Tube House or whatever it's called.
yes.
Clint Breeze booked you,
Yeah.
and he was very excited. And I was like, He's like, you gotta watch them. So
Yeah.
I stayed a little bit after,
So
and I
nice.
moved up. And first emotion was confusion, burst off into uncontrollable laughter, which
Yeah.
and I
I mean,
probably
I
shouldn't laugh.
understand I do understand. We get the confusion
Was there
because
anger in
we're
there?
confused.
There was zero anger.
Oh.
It was a lot of happy feelings.
Okay.
It's kind of like, yeah.
I noticed, I felt like at camp, for as much as we talked about how jarring it was on that first day, you guys also did a couple songs the second night at campfire, and I feel like everyone that was
Right.
at campfire that night, they were all on board. Like everyone,
Well,
like
not everyone.
well, there was some haters,
Not Michael.
some detractors.
Michael, I don't even remember.
That man
I don't
talk to
remember.
us.
There's a guy named Michael that talked to you guys.
What did he say?
Jordan?
He said, "Never come back here. You play that guitar one more time in front of
Oh,
me."
I remember him.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a guy that talked that intensely
He
to
worked
you?
at the camp.
What?
Yeah.
Did he slap me? And that's why I don't remember. No.
No, that was
Did he just
That
come?
was later.
Did he just come out of the
Sorry, that was-
woods, threaten you?
Yeah, he walked. He was. Don't you ever play anything like that again.
Yeah. There's a lot of Michaels at that camp.
We get that a lot. Like pretty much after every show, he shows up.
Oh,
Oh, there is a Michael that shows up and
He
says something.
yeah, and like it always is at the very end.
I don't remember him ever.
Did he have like a hockey mask
Are
on?
you sure you're... Is it a symptom of your
It
medication?
happens late.
Is it a symptom of your medication that you're seeing Michael?
It might be. I have a lot of other symptoms. Would you guys want to see my rash?
like now or
Yes.
like, sure?
Is that from Michael?
That's a rash.
Yes.
Looks like someone took a bite out of your arm.
See it?
What's the rash from?
It's a side effect.
Oh, for the medication.
That and Michael.
from food.
I don't know. I think Michael.
I think Michael's
Michael's-
a side effect.
Awful rashy.
Thank you for showing the rash.
Well, there's positive side effects and negative side effects.
What are the good ones?
Talent.
Yeah. She goes
So
into
it's a talent
mind,
treatment?
She goes into a mind palace. When she is thinking and being creative, she'll go inside of herself, and inside there's a room, and there's people in the room, and they're usually like walking in circles, and she has to wind them up. And when she winds them up, then they come out and they speak to her, and that's where she gets all of her lyrics for our songs.
That's how she's the lyricist.
Yes.
Lyricist, okay. Can you guys talk about your origin story? You guys were born in the same hospital, correct?
Yeah, we were born in the hospital together, and grew up in the hospital together, and escaped the hospital together.
Yeah. Well, so are you guys twins?
Half twins.
Yeah, we're twins, but a lot has happened.
Wait, half twins. How does that happen?
Well,
Same doctor.
Yeah. So
Checks out.
yeah, we've
And
had
we
reconstructive
did-
surgery.
Oh, like same donor? Like that guy that donated his sperm?
No.
Same medical doctor.
Yeah.
Well, they have the same medical doctor too.
Yeah, but he's not our father.
The doctor's not your father.
Well, we don't really know who
Actually,
our father
I don't know.
is.
Yeah, we've never been introduced. To
So
our
I'd look
father.
into it.
But I mean, our doctor was like a father figure to us,
We didn't know we were even sisters until we did hypnotherapy.
and that was like a year and a half ago.
Your hypnotherapist let you know that you guys were actually related.
Yeah.
Well, it came up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the hypnosis.
Wait,
In us, like we thought about it.
are we allowed to talk about the hypnotherapist?
Why?
Just checking.
It's been a controversy on the show. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they really unleash a lot of secrets in a
Yeah.
person, it turns out.
Oh.
Our most controversial subjects have to deal with a hypnotherapist, so we try to tread lightly.
With the H word
Yeah.
on this
The
show.
HT word.
Yeah.
Because of HIPAA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a violation.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that just reminds me. I was not supposed to talk about my rash.
Oh, damn it.
We call it the HPV, the hypnotherapist point of view.
Yeah. Controversial.
It was very controversial.
Tell me, well, walk us through the origins of the band.
Mm-hmm.
So you
yeah.
discover your sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Would you
as
like
you
to
can you can imagine, it's like there's not a lot to do in a hospital.
Yeah. Wait, can I backtrack real quick?
Yeah.
So you guys grew up in the same hospital together, and then at some point escaped the hospital, and then
Yeah.
you went to hypnotherapy together,
Yeah.
and then your hypnotherapist revealed that you were actually sisters. You never thought maybe you were sisters before that?
No, we just thought we met and it kicked off really well.
Yeah.
And like something happened, you know?
Okay.
And so, since you guys are twins, real quick, I don't want to get too
twins.
half twins. Like, is there like telepathy or half telepathy?
Great question.
Good
Ready?
question. Yes.
Wow.
Often we say things at the same time, and
Yeah.
we do things at the same
And
time.
with our music, I'll play a chord and she'll play a chord and it'll be the same chord.
yeah, and we'll know the same. We can do it right now.
That's kind of like a band thing, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So we can. No, we don't know. It's unplanned.
Yeah, it's unplanned.
We can do it right now. So we'll play a note at the same time and see if it's the same. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, do you want to do
Just
the
right
piano
on
and I'll
here.
do vocal? Because then otherwise we're both pressing.
The same.
Or we
No,
can both.
we can just
Yeah,
don't
'cause I guess
look.
you just push
Okay.
the same button.
Oh, it's like a Ouija board kind of
Ready?
situation.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
See?
Yeah.
It was a chord.
Well, yeah.
So that's
got
why
nothing.
we're pretty good at telepathy.
But is it half off because you guys are half twins?
What do you mean?
Like sometimes you get it wrong. Is there sometimes you guys
We
will
never
each
get
other-
it
Never
wrong.
get it wrong.
Oh. Wow, you guys said that at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
So, what was the origin of the band?
Boredom.
No, it wasn't. Remember?
Oh.
Remember Tubbles?
Well, that was where we got our inspiration for sure.
Yes. So we left. One day when we were in our preteens in the hospital. It was a night, and it was the night that our doctors were off, and it was Christmas night, I think. And we decided to leave our beds, and we went outside where there was a little brook, and there were pebbles, and the brook was called
Tubbles.
Pebbles. And so we met there, and that's where all of our inspiration came from. We started making music and doing vocal warm-ups there. Mm-hmm. And soon we realized we really had talent.
It was a nice escape from the everyday hospital routine.
Sure. I would love to hear like that vocal warm up. What is
Okay,
your
well, we do new ones now, but let's think back to the ones that we
the
used
original,
to do.
the OG?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. It's kind of like really reaching in deep. But you have to imagine at this time we were like 13, so our voices might have been a little different.
Higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt some chakras moving.
I'm still confused about this hospital. I mean, what hospitals don't typically just raise children.
Yeah.
Well, so
Like, was
I
there
didn't
something
mean to-
wrong with you guys?
I didn't mean to laugh.
our
Physically.
HPV.
Hypnotherapist,
Yeah.
one of you.
Yeah.
Of course.
So she was telling us that we might have been part of a experimental program.
Yeah.
Because they were doing things that, like, we weren't sick
Yeah.
at first. But they were, like, they would.
They took her left arm, and put it on my right arm. And they took
then
my
they took
right arm
and put it on my
her
left arm.
arm.
It's like a MK Ultra kind of
And
thing.
then we
Wait,
had
is that
to
why
do,
you're half twins?
Then we had to do good.
Yeah, good
yes.
job.
And then we had to do therapy to get our arms to rotate back the correct way. And it's like they were just trying to see how long that would take. And
So-
then one time
Yeah.
they took my blood and put it in her blood.
Wait, is this in America? I have to ask.
Yes.
In the Indianapolis?
Northern, Southern Carolina.
Carolina.
Northern Southern Carolina.
Northern South Carolina.
Northern South Carolina.
Northern South Carolina.
That does make
Yeah.
sense.
a lot of
There
shoddy
it's-
hospitals there.
Yeah.
I never would go there.
In the hills.
In the hills of Northern South Carolina.
I do want to like shine a light to this because this is important. There's a lot of hospitals that did mistreatment of human beings. There was this
Especially
one show,
girls.
especially girls and twins.
Yes.
There was a study where they would take twins and they would separate them at birth. Now, I thought that was a funny idea at itself.
Like a prank. Like a funny prank.
Yeah, I
And
thought
they
that
find
was
each other.
And we're so glad we never were separated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried. They did try to. They separated us from like story to story, different
We
stories.
always
Right.
found each other though.
Well, if you guys were full twins, that might have been more of a chance or a risk that they were going to
That's
will.
right. Yeah.
That
We're
they'll
only
take.
half.
But I always wondered, when I was younger, if I got separated at birth. But like, there's a lot of
That's what being adopted is.
Yeah, I meant by a twin, and I
You always wonder?
took it to
Every
a real
day?
place.
Have you tried to
You
find
looked at your white parents and were like, I think maybe I was separated at birth.
Something happened here.
It was interesting having white parents and not being told I was separated at birth. But I thought they had, what is it? Never mind. That's not gonna be a funny joke.
You started it. You have to finish
Well,
it.
I was trying to figure. I don't know the word again. Vigilitis.
Oh,
That sounds right.
I thought my parents
Vitiligo?
I thought my parents all my whole family had vitiligo,
Yeah.
and
You're right. It
was
wasn't funny.
it's kind of funny. I think everybody's laughing in this room. That's the point. Anyways,
Had the VIG.
it's not bad. Anyways, yeah. So they were separating twins, is what I was saying, and then these twins would find each other.
Yeah. And have a lot in common.
A lot in common.
same
That is so
mannerisms.
strange.
You mean they separated them, like took them a couple miles from each other and see if
Seriously.
they wandered?
Well, in this documentary, they found each other in college because one dropped out and
they
then the
just
other
met
one
up
went
somehow?
Yeah, and the roommate, that they got with, he's like, "Wait, you were just here?" And like, he's like, "No, I wasn't." And then he called and they found each other, and then they found out there's a third one.
It would be
They had
wild.
triplets. There's triplets that
There's
were
a third one of us.
separated.
There couldn't be.
If
'cause
there's a third Tubble, I think everybody would be blessed
yeah.
in a bad way.
It might affect our relationship negatively.
Oh.
Do you think you would just go ahead and get rid of the third one ahead of time so
Yeah.
that it would take the potential problems out?
Ironically, that's
But
what they
we
did
could
in the
have a-
documentary.
What if Michael was the third one?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to make music and find out. Can we play
Yeah.
the same chord at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's the test.
That's the only way you guys know.
It
Not
might
it.
be easier to make a chord with 3.
That is what a chord is, right?
I don't know.
We've never been to music theory classes.
Did you guys enjoy the coffee today?
Yes.
That
I
was
don't drink coffee. I'm sorry.
That was Tinker Coffee.
I
Hey!
love coffee.
I love Tinker coffee.
Tinker Coffee. It's good. That Tinker Coffee. I always say this every week, and people think I'm joking. And they
Is this
think
about IU?
they think it's part of a bit, but it's so good that it's ruined me for other coffee. Like if I go to anywhere else and I have regular coffee, I like spit it out.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm like, this is trash. This is trash coffee. Then I leave.
Yeah, you do talk about it like it's like cocaine or something like that. Like after I got the blue mojito, I can't have any other cocaine. I can tell.
What's the kind that you made for us today?
The Conduit was the Conduit brand.
It was nice French
Blend.
French press.
The French press.
Do you like the French press?
I do.
I feel like it's a bit.
It is
do
a nice
like it.
touch.
No, okay. I feel like some people think it's. I used to think it was real bougie. Was
I
like,
think
what
it's
is-
the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Because it's all manual and you just.
yeah, and it steeps it like tea.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
Whereas
I'm
like
saying-
drip coffee, it just.
I like when it explodes.
Well, that's what happened today
There
at
was
the
an
table.
incident.
Gwen decided to show her French pressing skills at the table, and she squirted it on everybody. She squirted on everybody,
Yeah.
and it was wild.
Hot.
It was scary too. It was because it was steaming hot, and it exploded.
Yeah. It was kind of a nightmare.
I screamed like a chicken.
yeah.
I was gonna say like a girl, but I'm working on being more of a feminist.
Yeah.
International Women's Week.
I think you can replace girl with chicken in almost any.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna take a
Girls
quick
like a
commercial break, and we'll be right back.
I will not be back.
I will be back by myself after this commercial break.
This week on the After Brunch Podcast.
How wild is the cult leader if that's the goon? I just eat the baby.
You're misrepresenting what I was saying. You're misrepresenting what I was saying.
you mean we're listening closely?
I'm not going to bang all these women. I'm vetting the top ones to deliver to the leader, and then when the ones the leader doesn't want are the ones that I get. I get the throwaway trim.
The leader gets all of them in the cult.
Join us at patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
Did you have that button pre-programmed before you came here?
Yeah, I was playing with it when I was waiting for my DoorDash burrito.
It's like an NPC machine.
I was like, you could have played
You
that.
can
You
program
could have played that before brunch today.
Yeah, we should have. Because we got a
that sounds
burrito.
nice.
Thank you. I made that up.
Baby.
There's also this one.
You probably get Cody worked up with that.
Yeah, you got any mailman sounds on there?
He's going like this under the table.
He just starts biting that. Welcome back to the program. We're here talking with Tubbles. We did a special brunch in your honor, and it was very hard. Our neighbor came over and was like, "So what's the theme today?" And I was like, "Tubbles," and then it took about 10 minutes to explain what we did and why.
Yeah.
But I would say it was. I feel like you said it better than I did. I'll let Zach say. How did you take the inspiration?
So I feel like there's two things. One with like artistic types, I feel like we can go a little more out of the box and do some, there's definitely ideas that we shoot around that we need a place where we can take more of a risk.
Yeah.
And I feel like the other thing is like, doing something strange and creative and then keeping to the bit, which I think is something that you guys do very well. And so everything that we did today was just kind of like fun, conceptual things that we maybe wanted to try. The first thing I did was the salad of eternal youth. I wanted to make a salad based on babies. And so I did baby kale, there was baby spinach, baby arugula, baby bell white cheddar cheese. There's a pea puree. I took some eggs and pickled them in red onion vinegar or whatever. And then there was a blood orange vinaigrette with some black salt on top of it.
The baby
Those are
blood.
peas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The thing you ate all of?
yeah.
Yeah.
You cleaned your plate.
I thought
I did too.
it was like a green hummus or something like that.
I mean, that's
You don't like peas?
basically what it
He
is.
hates peas.
Really?
He hates peas.
Or he says he hates peas, but
Yep.
then he ate all of his peas
Yep.
today.
Interesting.
It was a trick.
When he thought it was green
You just
hummus.
have to make the airplane sounds
It
and
was-
put the spoon in.
I couldn't tell they were peas either.
Well, it's not a chickpea, it's just a pea.
Right, it's just the pee-pee.
A chickpea.
A pureed pea.
A puree pee-pee.
We felt like that was really special that you made the baby themed.
Yeah.
Because we were babies.
That's right. That's what I was remembering.
And it was just like, oh, they get it. They know us.
Yeah.
we like to provide a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah. Like, they
And looking back at the whole meal, that was a good starter.
I feel like it was a very colorful salad too.
Yeah. It was.
Well, and the centerpiece, I feel like, kind of encompassed the whole life cycle because it had the baby dolls, but then you also had the skulls.
Yeah, a bunch
yeah.
of animal
So
skulls.
it was the circle of life. Almost.
I have a question about the centerpiece. Were there teeth inside that? Because I think I found a tooth.
Yes, no, there was definitely teeth
Wow.
In the skull?
in the skull.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it
those
was-
are real skulls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are all my wife's skulls.
And those are real babies.
Wait,
Yeah.
time out.
Well, no, they're not her skulls. No, she owns the skulls. She took them from other animals. They're not. That's not what her body's built on.
Your wife is a skull collector?
Yes, a bone collector. She's got them all over the house. A lot
So
of
was our
creepy
doctor.
stuff.
3 fingers and hip bones.
Yeah. He has at least that.
And then you made a really special cocktail too.
Oh yeah, I wanted to make a drink, kind of remembering summer camp. Also, Hotel Tangle has this like marshmallow whiskey liquor, so I did a s'more old fashioned with the Hotel Tango Schmallow whiskey, chocolate syrup, orange bitters, and there's a little toasted marshmallow on top.
So good.
And those alligators outside the window, they're super jealous with their tiny paws.
There was a thing online that said, "Don't feed alligators marshmallows."
Oh, it said
It
that?
said it's not good for them.
Well, yeah, it's not good for anybody.
That's true.
For thousands of years. That's what they crave. They're kind of like koalas, right?
You guys never heard
They
of
only eat one food.
Yeah.
the obese alligator epidemic?
The diabetes and the alligators.
And then I kind of I took it as, so Zach told me what his ideas were first and told me about all the theatrics of it, and then I was like, man, I don't know how to live up to that because I didn't have anything as theatrical. So I kind of went through my notes, like we have years worth of ideas of stuff, and I had a section called mythical brunches, and they were just like fever dreams, that I had, and the one that jumped out was shrimp and grits poutine.
Yeah.
It was
And,
very good.
It was. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It was shrimp and grits and hollandaise.
It wasn't weird at all
on
in reality.
on fries. Yeah, it sounds.
It sounds like
weirder.
a lot, but it's really it was very good.
Everybody went for seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even warn anybody. I was like, y'all, it's too good to warn you guys that there's more food coming. You just go in there and grab it. I got
So
seconds.
It's poutine. It's like poutine and nachos. I always get like nervous when I'm making them because I feel like there's a just a small window where it's like really good and then it just gets gross, so I'm just like pouring everything on and I'm like, I gotta take pictures of this. Like
Yeah.
I get this to the table before it's just like
Oh yeah.
like a sad puddle.
And those fries are so good.
Oh, thank you.
No, Dyke makes the best fries.
I was
Yeah.
blown away.
We got a real like fast food joint set up in the garage, like a
Nice.
deep
Oh,
fryer.
is that how it's done?
Yeah, we got a deep fryer
Indiana.
and yeah, that's all.
It's
all.
cool
I
how
thought
people
there's-
can treat something like a staple like potatoes different. Like, how different can fries be?
Right, but those
They can be
fries,
so different.
there's something
Like
about
the
these
hospital fries, not
fries.
good.
Oh, probably not good.
Not
Crinkle
good.
cut ones.
Crinkle cut
That would've
or
been nice.
spaghetti string.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Yeah, they're just like white.
Nothing like what you've created.
Did you guys get school pizza?
No, we didn't go
Square.
to school.
Hospital pizza?
Yes.
Wait, how'd you learn?
Totinos.
Just pizza rolls?
Yeah.
They gave us a library time, and that's how we learned.
We learned from each other.
Oh, okay.
Seems like there'd be
Just
a bit of a
exploring.
feedback loop.
Name one president. Go.
Kennedy.
Good job.
Nice. You guys really did read.
Ask me.
Who's the president?
Kennedy.
And there's that twin
Telepathy.
thing.
That's like
There's that thing. I like that.
100%.
Learning from
You
each
just
other.
proved it.
We've never had food this good
Yeah.
Is that what
ever.
happened?
ever
Today?
in our life.
Yes.
Even at camp?
That was
that was
good.
pretty, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But we didn't get a 6 square. I mean,
That is true.
Yeah.
course meal.
This is different. This is intimate. You're
Yeah.
having Dyke's fries, which everybody says are the best fries
Yeah.
in the world. We had one just come from Australia, and she's like, "Yeah, they're not even down under. There's fries that aren't that good. They're so good where I'm like, did you sell your soul to a wizard?
How did you do?
How
Did
you
you
do
make
it?
the potatoes?
Yeah, they're just. So I used to own a food truck,
Yeah.
and it was a burger and French fry food truck. So
You grow your own.
Do you blanch?
a blanch, you got to blanch
That's
them.
the secret.
You got to
Whoa!
blanch them.
They taught you that in the hospital?
Gwen's taught me that.
Nice.
Yeah, like so. I remember like going to. Have you ever gone over to someone's house and they cook like either like French fries or like the thick cut hash browns sometimes, or like breakfast potatoes?
Oh, yes.
And that you can tell that they're like half cooked. and, like,
Yes.
they're not like tender in the middle. Yeah, I wanted the opposite of that. It almost like mashed potato inside like a
Yeah.
crispy French fry.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
going
Do you freeze it
Freeze.
and then? Okay.
for. I have iced them down before to keep them like
Yeah.
we would travel around with them, so we'd like take this big like buckets and like pack them full of ice so they would stay.
Wow, it's such an honor to have
Yes.
eaten your food and your fries.
I've been in the French fry game a long time.
Have you ever thought of doing ice cream and fries?
Ice
and-
cream.
For ice cream?
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Like a dip in a fry and a milkshake.
Yeah.
Zach did that one time for a brunch.
Like a strawberry milkshake.
Well, I did the potato sticks. I made a God, what was it? The Wendy's shake.
It was like a
ice cream.
Frosty.
Yeah, frosty ice cream. I put those little potato sticks in it, And so it was like that.
It was good. And then I did a crepe wrapped chicken breakfast burrito and the fried plantains.
That was a lot.
Crepe.
Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito?
You should have just hit that all morning until.
Where's my burrito?
I don't know. That's pretty straightforward. The crepe burrito.
I've never had a crepe burrito.
Yeah.
First time.
What'd you think of it?
I've never had a savory crepe.
Did you not like it? It's okay to say.
No,
boo.
I'm trying to think about it in reference to the other burritos that I've had in a tortilla. When I feel like the tortilla takes up a lot of my attention, but the crepe just kind of melted away.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was mostly paying attention to the chicken.
It's just a vehicle to get all the
Just a
filling in
vehicle.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so light. A crepe. It's so light, the crepe.
So my grandmother was from France, and so she would make crepes every year for New Year's. That was like part of our family tradition. She would make crêpe Suzette.
Whoa.
And then
Is that a New Year's tradition?
yeah,
France?
it's like an orange sauce, typically with like triple sec or like Grand Marnier rather.
Oh my goodness. Stop.
Was it like
Don't
to
do
like
that.
celebrating freedom from the crepes? Like what was?
I don't know what the history of it was, but we would eat it New Year's Day. It was a big thing. And then as I got older, and then like I would talk to people about like, oh yeah, would you finish up your New Year's crepes? And they'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, no, we had a different tradition in Haiti.
What was that?
Oh, we would eat soup because the French, because they have their traditions.
Yeah.
Our tradition was remembering how the French enslaved the Haitians, and then they wouldn't allow us to have soup. So we would make French soup.
How can you ban soup? I mean,
Right.
that's
Well,
crazy.
I think they were being a little bit harsh.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
They were being
can
soup
see that.
Nazis.
There it is. Yeah, I think I would say it was probably mean spirited. I mean, back at that time, I don't think they were looking at it that mean, but it became one of our holidays.
No soups.
And then
No soup for you.
I would say the dessert course was probably my favorite as far as like visually fun. It tasted great. I think that was probably one of the coolest desserts that I've seen come out.
That was
of
crazy.
here.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It was very much like Saved by the Bell
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah, I called it Sweet Trapper Keeper Bra, and it was purely inspired by 90s aesthetics. So I had a blue raspberry cake, an electric lemon buttercream, a poppin' pink pomegranate shell, a green granny apple gel, and then I had some just 90s style candies on there.
It was very geometric.
Yeah, it was very like circles and triangles.
My
and
favorite was
lines.
the circle,
Yeah.
flavor wise.
I was very excited because I had this idea in my mind and I didn't know how it was going to look. Like, because usually there's a pretty big difference between, the thought and then what actually comes out.
Yeah.
When the circle popped out, I was like, oh man, this is perfect.
yeah,
this is
gorgeous.
really good.
Yeah.
I will say it looked fake.
Yeah. It did not look
looked-
edible.
Yeah.
It was supposed to look like the cover of like a Trapper Keeper or like one of those
Yeah,
really loud 90s
it really-
folders.
Yeah.
I felt heard and understood by it.
It matched your
completely
outfit.
throughout.
It really
It
did.
matched kind of both of our outfits.
Oh yeah.
It matches our style.
I have triangles.
So when I was
I have
looking,
blue triangles on, just like the cake.
there you go. When I was looking through your social media, I was trying to base it on something, and like I just saw a lot of things that gave me nostalgia vibes, and so I figured that would be pretty safe.
You killed it. You knocked it out of the park. I want that for every meal now.
That'd hurt your body.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It was
felt
hard to eat.
Insane after I ate that. I had to get up and move around. I had to go outside.
Well, you were also
really
making yourself.
destabilized me.
Insane.
You were like twitching.
My eye was
Your
twitching
eye was
for
twitching
real.
while you were eating it.
and
You were
I
like,
said that, but it wasn't a joke. It was really happening.
They grew up in a hospital, and that made them feel insane.
That was-
that's an accomplishment.
There we go.
That's an attaboy.
Yep.
And Gwen took the little pop and she the little with the wax.
Oh, the
and she
wax
opened it
soda.
and poured it around
That's a
onto
great
the sponge.
idea.
Yes. Little sprinkle.
Such a good idea.
The sponge really did look like a dishwashing sponge.
Yeah.
It did.
That's what I was going for.
It was amazing. The texture. I'm like, I'm eating a sponge. This is the troll. This is where Zach takes it too far.
Sweet and savory dish sponge is the dessert today.
I am serving you a sponge one day and gonna watch you eat half of it.
How much unedible food do you think we could trick that?
I don't like where this is going.
Make his the only plate that is unedible stuff, so everybody around is like, I don't know, seems fine. I'm not having a problem. Mine's not chewy.
All right, let's stop
Is
with
it
this
cake?
joke.
No, it's
This
not.
Is it cake? No, none of it was cake today.
Secretly feed you peas as much as possible.
Is it brick?
Yes.
Is it brick?
Oil
Hi.
brick.
Oh, this is a quick ad. If you or one of your friends is on a food podcast and your friends are threatening you to feed you bricks, call this number. Thank you. I had to do that real quick.
What's the number?
Yeah.
Charter?
That's a word.
Well, you can change those words into numbers.
Oh, that's a post-production thing.
1-800-CHARTER. Yeah, it's called abuse. You can't feed me bricks. Like, you guys are laughing and like you guys are agging them on, but I'm actually getting scared because I feel like they would actually feed me something bad.
This isn't real for us.
It's
Life?
going to be real for Thad, though.
This is real for me, though.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to eat a lot of bricks now.
Now, you see you both are getting used out of the adult fidget spinners. I
Yeah,
We
that.
like that.
Yeah, are they specifically
sounds-
adult
yeah,
fidget
yeah.
spinners?
Yeah,
Adult.
those are for full
These are very
grown.
adult. There's like
A lot of
tripping.
small parts.
Yeah.
Oh,
could-
you could
No,
break
but
off of
yeah.
You can't give small parts to little babies.
Well, I thought you used to be a baby.
This reminds me of the
Yes.
hypnotism.
No, we're not babies anymore. We're adults now. We're just saying this is not for babies because of all the small parts.
We're all really just stretched out babies when you think about it.
Honestly,
Stretch it out old
Stretched by
babies.
time
feel
and
like
space.
every day I'm dealing with babies.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh. It
Now,
works.
outside of,
Yes.
of course, you guys musically performed at summer camp, but you were also part of the Meat Cake Invitational on the artist side,
That's right.
and you sold some art to strangers.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Just being at Meat Cakes and
That was a surprise to me, the meat cakes in general.
yeah.
I was surprised by what I saw. I didn't
yeah.
know what to expect.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't.
Never
what I-
been to a meat cake.
I've never been to a meat
contest.
cake contest before, so that was new. But
It-
again, we haven't really been to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I know they're probably really common and probably there's a lot of meat cake
We're the only
events.
one.
We are
you serious?
we are the biggest and most famous meat cake competition.
in the world. In the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just maybe just a
That's
kind of a
so
cultural thing
cool.
that a lot of people do normal.
We had the.
It's not-
You guys were next to the Mosaic guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
were so
Rubik's
cool.
Cube
They reminded me of
mosaic.
like something that you would do on like Ink Masters as a contest, you know?
3,000 mini Rubik's cubes, and they had to solve each one to make each like little pixel or whatever.
Yeah.
They drove down from Wisconsin, set that up, and then just drove back to Wisconsin right
I thought
afterwards.
they were from
They were
Illinois.
so cool. Yeah, they said
But they were performing in Wisconsin, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then, but the craziest thing was like they were like looking around at all the stuff, and they were like, normally we're the weirdest people here, but man, there's so much weird stuff going on here.
We were
They're so
actually-
excited.
We were trying to be on our best behavior there.
Yeah, I thought you guys were great.
Yeah. I saw you come up and do the worm, though. There's
Yeah.
a dance competition,
Yeah.
I think, where you're supposed to win a shirt or something.
I didn't get my shirt.
There is a picture. There is a picture of you and Thad, but it's just mid dance, so it just looks like you three are just loitering next to each other. It doesn't look like anyone's actively dancing. It
Yeah.
just looks like three people
Yeah.
just not standing too close to each other.
That's really funny.
It was fun though, and we did sell some art, and we actually brought some art with
we
us
have
today
something
because
for
we are visual artists as well as
Well, we got
sound
to-
artists,
we got-
and we have something for you that we thought you
Oh.
might
We would
like.
like to thank you.
It's our portrait of someone very near and dear to us, who we might think you might like as well, because it's Benny Hanna Man.
Oh, Ben.
Is that Chef Benny Hanna?
Yeah,
That is
Whoa.
amazing.
Well, he's a chef at Benihana.
oh, he's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones that banned us.
Yeah, we're not allowed. We spilled too much, so we're
Big
not
spill.
allowed.
I love that.
We're not
So you
allowed
can
back.
have this.
What was he saying right before that? Like, what's he saying there?
Hello.
Wait, that's the guy that kicked you out?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was right before he kicked us out.
Oh, he still looks happy.
Yeah.
Well, this- yeah,
Look
this
at the
looks like
mouth.
his-
look at the lower lip.
It's
Yeah, it
from
looks
our,
like the expression is changing.
but it's from our
Like-
memories of like good times.
I love that.
What do you have to do at a Benihana to be forcibly removed?
spill.
Oh,
spilled.
Spilled.
You spill a lot?
Yeah.
This is beautiful. I love the hat. The attention to the detail is amazing.
It's watercolor.
Which one of you two drew this?
I did.
Live.
Beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
At first, I thought it was a picture of Dyke.
No, we can draw you.
Easy
Yeah,
point,
if you
because he did
want.
used to work at a Benihana.
Yeah.
We do commissions.
I did have a Fu Manchu. He
did.
Can you get us back? Can you get us back in?
I'll see. I'll see what we can talk chef to chef.
All right.
I mean, next time you guys come on, we could do maybe a whole flat top. So we can figure that
Oh
out.
my
We'll figure out how to do
live.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a Benihana situation next
an
time you
onion
come on.
volcano.
Yeah.
Toss a shrimp
miss
in
it
your
so
pocket.
much.
The
Yes.
egg roll.
Yeah.
How are you guys with tossing? Are you guys good?
I don't know. We'll
with
find out.
Practice, yeah.
How are we with
practice.
catching?
Yeah,
It's true.
I mean,
That's the most important part.
worst comes to worst, it gets on the guest, not on me.
But if the knife goes through your hand, that's you, my friend.
That's true.
I always thought it'd be. I always thought it'd be funny. Like I like the ones that are like they got the little jokes peppered in. You know, like 'cause some people I feel like are just going through the motions. You know, they just kind of
yeah.
here's your onion volcano here.
Yeah.
But I like when
You
people.
can't, what? You can't do.
I like when the razzmatazz is thrown on there. You know, like a little
Yes.
something extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an adult Benihana is like where they like do like, you know.
That's why I always like
adult
the
jokes.
the egg roll joke. They'll just take an egg and roll it toward you, and then hit it back and be like egg roll.
We had a not a real Benihana, but like just it was Benihana, but it wasn't, you know, off-brand Benihana on the west side of Indianapolis. And my only time going to a place like that was I was with a couple who were, I think they were both on pills. They were both on like a lot of medication that probably wasn't prescribed to them by a doctor.
Yeah.
And they just got into a huge fight like while we were there.
How
and
can
it was
you fight at a Benihana?
it was very awkward. Well, they were pissed off that they sat us with other people,
That's the best part.
Yeah, that's what it.
and so then they just talked loudly about the fact that we were sat with other people the whole time.
I
So,
can't be anything other than happy at a Benihana.
yeah, right.
It's my safe space.
Was.
I like it when they catch it in the hat too, by the way. That's
Yeah.
Well, thank you. This is good. Definitely going up on the wall behind you
Yay.
yeah, that's
of new art.
and that's like a compliment. If we put your art up, that means something. We have the guy that did the Gremlin character, and he signed this
Like
picture.
the actual like gremlin?
Do you know the Gremlin, the main Gremlin guy?
Yeah.
Mogwai. So
Mogwai.
so we had a friend. They saw the Mogwai, that guy behind us on the show, and she was like, you know what? I know the creature designer who created like the Gremlins and the Mogwais, and so he sent us a poster and like signed it to Harder Brunch.
That's so cool.
And we have not put it up.
And
Yeah,
yes,
we don't have that.
and yes, that is adult Topanga. If you were wondering,
Adult
Yeah,
Topanga.
Topanga.
Yeah,
As an
we-
adult.
we have to say adult Topanga.
Yeah.
Adult
It
Topanga.
would be-
Yeah, that'd be weird. High school Topanga.
Yeah.
She was like, what, 13,
That is
14?
40-year-old Topanga, by the
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
She is grown.
Good.
Well, wait. I will say this about
She
Boy
looks
Meets World.
the same.
When they went to college after she turned 18, they really released more into the adult themes. Every episode was.
Well, they got
I
married.
don't
didn't
think
they
I
get-
was watching it at that
I
point.
think they got married like right at like during college.
They got married during college and they were struggling. They went through a hard time. They're trying to look for different houses to live, places to bang.
I think they got married. I think they
Sounds
forced them to
riveting.
get married so they could have intercourse.
Well, they did have intercourse.
You can do that before.
Not on Boy
You
Meets
can't.
World.
Not on TV?
They waited.
Not back then.
They waited for
Not
college.
if you're Christian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to get into heaven or be Satan's whore?
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
I don't know. That's what the show taught me.
I thought they were going to sing along.
We'll sing.
Yeah, would
Because
you?
we're running out of time. And did you want to do a musical performance to
Sure.
take us
Yeah,
out
why
at the end
not?
of the show?
We
Absolutely.
also want to plug a couple other items.
We have more merch too that's available right here. We have Tubbles Scrubbles. It's our t-shirts. It says Tubbles on it.
What? Oh, and it's a
It's
scrub.
on a scrub.
And it's scrubs.
Hospital scrub. That
Hospital
is.
Scrubs
Oh,
with our
Tubble
name on it.
Scrubbles.
I
Tubble
love
Scrubbles.
that.
We have a few different sizes. And we have another painting. It's called Gum on the Sidewalk.
Ooh.
It looks like gum on the sidewalk. And then we have another painting. It's four doctors, and I think one of them likes me.
Is that the one with the spork?
I will say,
Yeah.
hold that up. The
It's the
one on
one
the
who's-
right does look like Dyke.
No. Maybe.
Why were they poking with the spork?
I mean, many of the reconstructive surgeries we've had.
Yeah, just one of many.
And then
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
We have an MC show. We're MCing a show at.
It's going to be before this airs, though.
Oh, you're right.
So never
Do we have
mind
anything
that.
after- Oh, our
I'm sure
album.
in the future we're going to have many shows. And then also we do have an album that we haven't started on, but it is going to come out. It's called 3 Fingers and a Hip Bone. So be on the lookout for that.
Now, is Instagram the best way to follow you?
Instagram is the best, and it's tubbles.band. And we have TikTok.
Oh.
Are you on TikTok?
We haven't been following you on TikTok. We didn't remedy that.
Come on in.
Is that where it goes down? I feel like.
Yeah, we don't run it though.
We have an
Just our
intern.
fan.
Okay. Let's hear this performance. I'm very excited.
Here we go.
Where's my burrito?
Do you want to sing?
Once upon a time in a world of harder brunch. Harder brunch. We woke up to the taste of a million different things. It was amazing. Harder brunch. To a world, a new world. We grew up from the baby and we're in this world. It's full of wonder and excitement. Taste the wonder. Taste all the wonders with your taste buds, babies.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you.
Tubbles.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. It was an honor.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, I also wanted to say at camp, I thought it was really cool the first day when you incorporated the hot dog song into your act.
Oh,
I was like, that was really thinking on the fly.
talent sees talent.
Yeah, game recognized game. One more time for the people at home. Where can people find you and follow you and keep up with everything Tubbles related?
Tubbles.band, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere we can be in the real world. Try to find us. Find out where we live.
Thaddaeus J. Mckee. Y'all can find me at Thad Mckee. I'll be traveling to Cartersville, Illinois very soon. Look up. I got some dates. Coming to Bloomington.
Sauce Balls.
If you got $3 extra and would like to hear extra episodes every single week, check out our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Where did Dyke go?
Stop spilling so much! I like the idea of a Tubbles cartoon with like you guys getting like you ran out of the hospital, ran out of Benihana's, basically just getting ran out of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Broad City, but we're in Indianapolis.
I imagine it animated like the old school Star Trek cartoon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.